They are everything. Find you a man that can. Find you a man that can. I'm freaking deceased. I want you to seduce me. It is good to be alive. Oh my God, oh my God. And she was more than willing to take on the honor. What am I? 7 minutes in. Y'all, I'm gonna be the most unbearable human that has ever bared. Get ready for it. Hi, hello. How do I start? We've been humbled. Katie,
What's up, hello, it's Katie Colson here. Welcome back to my channel.
And as you will have noted from that flub is that I am struggling and attempting to do something in my videos as of recently that is to not edit myself to death, which means I can only do black or white. I either am going to edit within an inch of its life by milliseconds, which I do, or I'm not going to edit it basically at all. I can't have a middle ground. Middle ground is normal. And unfortunately, I can't do that. Okay. Am I on my search lane? Yes. Is it fixing it? No. So, hi. I'm sure you're all here for a fun time and what presumably will be a long time. This is going to be a reading vlog for A Grave Robbery by Deanna Raybourn. This is the 9th in the Veronica Speedwell series. You can see them on display here. Do I have a fan art printed out in full HQ color and framed? Well, yes, as I should. They are my favorite couple of all book time. Kaz and Inej, you know, they right here, they hold a little, like a maybe on par spot, but this is the 9th book, okay? So there's gonna be spoilers. Now, I'm not gonna spoil the mystery because I don't read it for the mystery. So I barely speak of I think I literally talk about anything that's not just fangirling over them once, and it's not a spoiler. So I will be reading or reacting to things they say to each other. Now, that is a spoiler because, of course, you want to get to know these characters and learn how they got to this point, because the whole point of the series is the characters. So I'm very sorry that because I haven't been uploading that much, this one video that's really good and funny, in my opinion, is spoiler filled. So if you don't care about that, please continue on. If you're Kayla, I'm sorry, because she's probably going to get to this book in like 2030 at this point, which love you. Thank you so much for reading these. This is about Veronica Speedwell, who is a lepidopterist or a butterfly hunter, gatherer, historian. She's a butterfly historian. And then we have Stoker, who is a taxidermist for very rare and giant animals. And they have this budding, well, they have romance, okay? I get it. It's the 9th book. What do you think is going on? And they solve crimes. Neither of them are in the criminal justice system. No. Much to the dismay of Mornaday, who is, in fact, a detective. They usually figure it out before him. Well, actually, they always figure it out before him. But listen, it's hilarious. It's so feminist. It is so fun. The audiobooks are the way to go, as is mentioned in the acknowledgements. It is acknowledged. It's dedicated to for Angel Masters. Thank you for giving Veronica her voice. Angel Masters is Veronica Speedwell. She is. You literally cannot get me to think otherwise. The audiobooks are the way to freaking go. I'm telling you what. I physically read them and I listen to the audiobooks because I've read the entire series other than books 8 and 9. I've read them 5 times, I think, and I am obsessed. And I highly enjoy reading them physically, but I will say the audio experience is the way to go. This is a Grave Robbery reading vlog, Katie's version from the vault. Because I read this when it came out. If you want to look up when that was, you can. If you don't, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to know. Okay? I truly don't. But we should get into it because this is already going to be a really long video. And if you're here, you're willing to watch the rest. And if you've clicked off already, I truly understand. But anyway, talking and not editing is actually crazy. I'm sorry if you hate it. And also, I'm not sorry if you don't. Okay, anyway, let's get into it. Am I in frame? I don't know, and I'm not going to check. So, I have this package that was just delivered. It said, literally right when I went to work, it was like, Barnes & Noble was like, knock, knock, you have a package. And I have pre-ordered a smattering of things, okay? For this whole year and a little bit into next year, not gonna lie to you. But I just have a feeling, I didn't check, but I have a feeling that this is a Grave Robbery by Deanna Raybourn.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone?
I could feel it. I could feel it. I could feel the joy emanating off of this. Like, there's no way that I would be getting this feeling and this is not a Grave Robbery. Like, I'm not saying that I can, like, predict the future, but I'm saying that Deanna Raybourn, she has a way, you know? Oh. I can see that shot. I can see that shot. Oh my God. Okay. Let's just take a second. Do you see her? And do you see me? Look at me, then look back at her, and look back at me, and look back at her. Are you joking me right now? I just love it. I love the title. A Grave Robbery? Like, what are they going to be doing? Robbing a grave? I love that. Oh, wait. Oh my God. This is the first time that I'm going to have the hardback book at the same time as listening to it for the first time. I don't know if part of me is like, oh, that's perfect because then I can annotate. But I kind of want to devour it. I don't know. I'm reading 2 different books right now. Like, I want to drop everything. Drop everything now. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, those are my colors. Look at that. Stunning. Gorgiana. Deanna Raybourn, I hope that I push people to read this series so that you'll continue to be able to write it. I really hope so. I hope that I shove this down enough people's throats that you continue to be able to get paid to write this, because I love it. Okay, I just wanted to pop on and open this up because I'm so excited. Okay, now I need to go and see if my audiobook pre-order has come in, because you bet your ass that I pre-ordered the audiobook and the physical book at the same time. Y'all, it is downright criminal at this point. It is downright criminal. This has been sitting on my desk for how long? I'm not going to check because I don't want to know. I don't want to answer for my own crimes. Okay? Deanna Raybourn, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know I'm going to love this and I want to read it so freaking bad, but I didn't want to like sully it by like being in a bad mood, being in a reading slump, blah, 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 blah. But now I'm like, Katie, you have to do it. You have to do it. And I had the day off, which I usually wouldn't, but part of me is like, should I just read this all in one day? I mean, I'm capable of it. I'll tell you that. Usually the only thing that stops me from reading one of these books all in one day is because I will pause and freak out and go back and like listen to things again and again. So what I think I'm going to do is, one thing that was holding me back is the annotation, because if you have not seen the way that I annotated the first 4 books, when I went back and annotated them, let's just say that there were rulers involved when placing the tabs. Unwell, unhinged, unbecoming, by Michelle Obama. I'm just kidding. That sounds so terrible. Anyway, what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some random tabs, or maybe like have a kind of like cute color thing going on, and just put some tabs kind of sporadically or chaotically when I'm like, oh my God, I love that tab. Oh my God, I love that tab. And now that I say that, that is the way people tab their books.
Have you ever seen a psychiatrist? Because that is fucking mental.
Katie, what you're describing when I'm like, oh my God, I'm like not even going to care. I'm just going to like, blah, blah, blah. That's normal. That's normal. That is the average brain. And am I on my sertraline? Yes, I am. So OCD be damned. So yeah, I'm going to go and get coffee. I don't know if I can start this on audio while I'm driving, because what if I need to tab? Okay. I might start it while I'm driving, or I'm going to start it when I get home. But this is going to get read today. That is so freaking cute. She dedicated it to the woman who narrates Veronica. Oh my god, I love that because I'm constantly telling people, like, you have to listen to the audiobooks because Anjo Masters is like, literally she is Veronica. It is so good. So yeah. Okay, read these books no matter what, but listen to the audiobook. Not the pronouns! Oh, I bet Veronica did too. Oh! Yes, you have. Oh! Okay, pause. She's like, you know, for a while now, we have totally been like boning down. And like, to be honest, we're like really fucking good at it. Like, we're really good at it. Like, it's almost like an art form that we've taken up. Oh my God. I can't. I'm so glad that I decided to film myself listening to this. I love this color.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Good night? It is bright and early. Well, it's not bright and early. It's bright, but it's 2 p.m. Listen, I'm not going to judge you and you're not going to judge me, okay? Let me say that I am literally 6 minutes into this audiobook and the amount of squealing I have done is absolutely unhinged. It's not going to stop, and if that's what you wanted out of this vlog, then you're screwed. But I will say, I'm gonna have so much to say. This is gonna be the longest vlog you've ever seen. The fact that it starts out and there's a monkey, like literally anything can happen to these characters, and my disbelief suspended. Absolutely, because they are capable of anything. So they have a monkey out of nowhere. Somebody was like, can you like babysit this monkey for us? And they're like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. But the monkey really loves Stoker, and he's like, oh my god, it's so annoying. Like, she's always drinking my tea and she sleeps with me. She comes to my bed. She always tries to get in my bath. And Veronica, in her head, is like, oh, he's acting like he's all grumbly, but I see that he took note of her gender and he's been made sure to use the proper pronouns whenever he talks about her. I was like, I love Deanna Raybourn so much because she's like, oh, we're going to bring in pronouns. We're going to bring in this. We're talking about a monkey, but we're going to talk about it. I'm like, oh my God, I love that. And then also the fact that Veronica's like, oh, she tries to get in the bath with you. Can't blame her. Can't blame her. It's such a beautiful day outside. And this book is so beautiful. It is good to be alive. Oh my God, oh my God. They use an Egyptian sarcophagus as their side table. Like, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, what do you mean? And they have a Sicilian, what are they, puppet theater? For what? I don't know. Oh my God. This has made, what am I? 7 minutes in. Y'all, I'm going to be the most unbearable human that has ever bared. Get ready for it. Acres of books. You heard me. Acres of books Stoker has. I think I'm just going to sit in my car for a minute and listen to this book and drink my little giant okay, why did they, you listen, they never stir shit. They don't stir it. I don't understand. Like, just stir it before you put the ice in it. Is it that hard? Like, I really don't think it's that hard. Anyway, I'm just going to sit here and listen to this book. What a good day. Elizabethan buccaneer. That's how she describes this man. Elizabethan buccaneer. What do you mean? He's got, what did she say? Like, this black locks and this occasional eye patch and his tattoos. And that he's all big and strong because he's always having to lift up like these animals, these giant bears and shit. He's got a scar over his eye. Like, are you not down on one knee? Are you not down on one knee? I am still in chapter 1 and I have full body goosebumps. I'm going to be honest with you. Dude, oh my God, this just blew my mind. Okay, so every time I think that Dana Raybourn is making something up, like historically, or like, oh, like that doesn't really exist. No, it's real. So they get delivered this wax figure, because at first I thought it was a dead body. I was like, oh my God, that's terrifying. Get delivered this wax figure. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And the little girl is like, oh, can you make it, like, I want to display it and charge admission or whatever for people to come and see it. Can you make it breathe? I was like, what? Can you make it breathe? And Veronica's like, oh, it's oh my God, my neighbor staring at me. Probably has been the whole time. Veronica's like, oh, you want it to be a replica of Madame Tussauds Sleeping Beauty. I just looked up Madame Tussauds Sleeping Beauty. I have never seen something so gorgeous and so haunting in my life. Okay, this is what it looks like. You can't really see her face, but it's absolutely exquisite. Oh my God, that's made out of wax. Is that a joke? But wait. It breathes. I don't know if you can tell. You see that? It's moving. Okay, I'm so sorry if you can't tell, but it literally looks like it's breathing. Is this a freaking joke? Like, oh my God! Wow! When was this made? Okay, wait, hold on. I can't get a concrete answer, but Madame Tussauds was born in 1765, and it says that she recreated, because it was a mold, because apparently the World War II bombings and fires like destroyed almost all of her waxworks, and the amount of time it takes to make them, 30 hours go into making the teeth alone. And that's coming from somebody who, like, that was her life doing that. So if somebody else did it, some Joe Schmuck on the street, it would probably take 3,000 hours, but she's been doing it her whole life. So 30 hours to make teeth? And a lot of the times the people's mouth is like barely open, so you can barely see the teeth. That's crazy. Okay, anyway, sorry. So 1805 is presumably when Sleeping Beauty was created. 1805? And this absolutely brilliant witch bitch was like, let's make her breathe. How can we make that happen? Let's engineer something crazy. And people would legit, like, to this day, this is so not even about this book, but like, oh my God, I'm blown away. People to this day, when they go to Madame Tussauds, they say that most people, when they see Sleeping Beauty, that they will inherently start whispering because it genuinely feels like you're in the room with somebody who's asleep. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is so cool. Oh my God, Dana Raybourn teaching me all kinds of things. Okay, let's go inside. It's been many hours. It is 7 o'clock. And I got home at 2 o'clock. Wow. Have I been working for 5 hours on 2 thumbnails?
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Whenever I tell you that I spend so long overthinking things, I don't think you'll understand what I mean. It's actually like really bad. Like really bad. It's really annoying, really frustrating. Like I hate it. Anyway, So that's what I was doing. I haven't read any more of A Grave Robbery. I actually need to go and look at, even though I swear I wasn't even done with chapter 1, but I already had like 4 tabs that I put in the audiobook. And just for reference, let's see how long chapter 1 is. Chapter 1 is 13 pages. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, actually. So I think what I'm going to do, Gabby gave me a really good idea that I had done like art and stuff for while I was listening to Bride and Flawless by Elsie Silver. And she was like, oh, so are you going to do a different like artistic page for the audiobooks that you're listening to? Kind of like inspired by them. And I was like, that's kind of a good idea. That's a fantastic idea, actually. And not like every single one, but just the ones that I'm really inspired by or that I really want to be paying attention. And this, it's going to be hard to do anything. Like, listen, is this going to happen? I don't know. But it's going to be hard to do anything while reading this because I swear I'm pausing it every 5 seconds. So this is going to... Listen, we're going to try. Right now I'm on Pinterest and I'm trying to find some inspiration and ideas of what I want to do. Obviously, I want to do butterflies. Duh. But I don't know. I mean, it's a grave robbery. Like, should I do a grave? Should I do like a graveyard? Like a cemetery? I don't know. Anyway, LOL. Okay. Hopefully, I will get more of this read tonight. My love, what do you mean? Oh my God! It's, okay, here's the thing. That's so cute, but it's the fact that Veronica is saying it! It's that Veronica, 9 books later, and she is finally letting herself love and be loved. I mean, it's hard for her, but God, I love her so much. Like, she's come so far! Oh. God, I love this book.
I've been so patient, but I'm losing my patience, trying to piece things together with you. I'm getting tired of us constantly fighting, hurting when we don't need to.
Oh my God. I love this. Veronica, like the books that we're reading is Veronica's writing them and Stoker doesn't understand why. And she's like, well, I'm writing them so that if there's somebody like us out there that they will get inspiration or that they will, you know, whatever. And he's like, do you think that there's other people like us? Because I don't think there is. And she's like, well, maybe someday somebody will be. And she's like, well, I want to write about all of our most like satisfying and salacious activities. He's like, when you say satisfying and salacious, are you writing about... She's like, oh yeah, absolutely I am. In detail. And he's like, what? No, nobody needs to know that. And Veronica's response is like, I don't know why you would be upset. Whenever I talk about your physique, I'm extremely complimentary because accuracy demands it. Accuracy demands it. That is the best compliment I've ever... That is such a good compliment. I'm only on chapter 4. How long is this vlog already? I am so sorry.
Things we can figure out. Maybe I'm better off better without you and your dirty mouth. I don't know how everything went south. We're just so different now. I wanna go high, just wanna go high. But you keep pulling me. I don't got time to be thinking about things we can figure out. Maybe I'm better off better without you and your dirty mouth. I don't know how everything went south. We're just so different now. I wanna go high, just wanna go high. But you keep pulling me down. I don't love you like I...
Veronica says that Stoker had made it clear upon their previous engagements that sometimes he wanted to be seduced. And she was more than willing to take on the honor. Can you imagine a man in 1808, I think, this giant pirate man having the emotional depth and awareness to look at a woman when they're gonna have sex and say, I want you to seduce me. You could just lay me down. Just lay me down to rest, because also, this is absurd. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is so stupid. And I hate myself. Yeah, it's... What time is it? 11 something at night? And I'm still doing this. I'm still doing this. I don't want to be doing this. This is... Okay. Okay. I don't want to be doing this. But I can't stop. Like, I can't stop doing it. And it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I don't want to give up, but I don't want to have to do this. I want to be okay with just leaving them the way that they came, but I can't. And it's like, it would have been better or easier for me before I started it to not do it. Before I started this project, I could have been like, Katie, don't. But now that I'm deep in it, I can't stop doing it, because then it's like, what was the point? What was all of it for? Sorry, getting a little, whatever, but I want to see how far I am into the book. So I'm on chapter 15. I am absolutely loving it. The amount of times did they say, like, dearest, my love, he takes my hand, his hand on the small of my back. I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucking deceased. Okay, let's see how far into the book I am. Let's see, okay, that's 10. I feel like this is really far. It says I still have 4.5 hours left of the audiobook. I feel like I can't be that far in, right? Like, okay. I'm on page 143. Let's see. Like a little under, maybe like halfway. I am listening to it at like 1.3, I think, times the speed, because I don't want to speed it up. It's not lagging. It's not dragging. I'm not like, oh my God, okay, like you need to talk faster because I'm getting bored. No. Angel Masters. Even the way that she narrates Stoker, which is very silly. It's very silly and ridiculous. I love it. It's so funny and fun and sweet. And it's just so cute. And I love it. Of course, I've not put like tabs yet. I'm going to do that. If I ever emerge out of whatever hell I've put myself in. doing this. Listen, I'm one to tell you, like, I love myself. I am a very confident person. I am a very, like, you know, independent, confident person. But, like, in these moments, I hate myself. I really hate myself. I really hate, like, I'm doing this to myself. And what's sad is this is not the first time that I've done this exact same thing. Like, this exact same thing with the tabs is not the first time. Okay, yeah, anyway, let's continue the insanity.
Yeah, I don't got time to be thinking about things we can't figure out. Maybe I'm better without you and your dirty mouth. I don't know how everything went south. We're just so different now. I wanna go high, just wanna go high, but you keep pulling me. I don't got time to be thinking about things we can't figure out.
Oh my God. You knew who I was. You knew who I was. You knew who I am before you fell in love with me. So the questionable thing is your taste. They're arguing. But that is the sweetest argument I've ever heard. She's like, why don't you just like go and wash your hands or wash your hair or something, like, you dirty. And he's like, and he's like, well, you knew who I was when you fell in love with me. So really the questionable thing here is your taste? When you fell in love with me? And then they go about bickering for like an hour? Y'all, I love them so much. Also, when is JJ Butterworth gonna get her storyline? Also, I'm so confused because they were talking about JJ Butterworth and Morna Day, and I know that Morna Day has a thing for her. And Veronica was thinking like, oh my God, when are they gonna, like, you know, get together or whatever? And I was like, I'm sorry, isn't JJ Butterworth a certified lesbian? I thought she was this entire series, I thought she is
gay.
Not bisexual.
A lesbian.
Certified tow truck overalls lesbian. And then Veronica was like, oh, she's like mooning over Stoker. I was like, I'm sorry. Like, obviously, I would be more than happy to have bisexual representation in this book, but no. JJ Butterworth? A lesbian. Like, what do you mean? I'm not the one writing these books, but I am writing my fan fiction. And in that, the canon is that JJ Butterworth is a lesbian and that she is obsessed with Veronica, but knows that it's like, you know, she's like not going to go after it. But she's like, oh my God, we could make out at a party though. Like if we were both drinking at a New Year's Eve party, we would make out. Anyway.
But you keep pulling me. I don't got time to be thinking about things we can't figure out. Maybe I'm better without you and your dirty mouth. I don't know how everything went south. We're just so different now. I wanna go high, just wanna go high, but you keep pulling me down.
I vow to take you with me. I vow to take you with me. Dying with him would be a very pleasant way to go indeed. Fuck me. Are you kidding? Okay. They are everything. They never go out of style. They never go out of style.
You know they say we're just animals. Yeah, what animal are you? The one who stays or the one who runs away like prey? You cannot hide it, I'm watching you go back and forth like a creature in a zoo, unsure of what you ought to do. Now I'm telling you, you're a dog looking good in the collar, so good in the collar. Sit, are you making time for me? I love how you wait and patiently. We're in love, but you don't make me cruel. I'll be the ruler. Sit, are you making time for me? I love how you wait and patiently. I always say you're the animal. Yeah, I tell you every jungle rule, every cold word that you wanna hear, whispered in your ear. I know you'll do everything that I say, and if I'm silent, you will wait for me. Yeah, you will sit and wait for me. You're a dog looking good in the collar, so good in the collar. Sit, are you making time for me? I love how you're waiting patiently. We're in love, but you will make me cruel. I'll be the ruler. Sit, are you making time for me? I love how you're waiting patiently. Sit, you cannot hide it, I'm watching you go back and forth like a creature in a zoo, unsure of what you ought to do. Now I'm telling you, you're a dog looking good in the collar, so good in the collar. Sit, are you making time for me? I love how you're waiting patiently. In love, but you will make me cruel. I'll be the ruler. Sit, are you making time for me? I love how you're waiting patiently. Sit,
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with
Hello. I did finish this book and I went through and put my tabs from the audiobook, which always takes way longer than I think it will, because I presume that I'm going to be able to find the sentences that I want to tab in the audiobook, in relation to like the beginning of the chapter and the end. It is not that easy. It's never that easy. But what I'm going to tell you is that I am going to give this 4 stars. Okay. But I'm going to give it 5 on Goodreads because I need Deanna Raybourn to keep writing these books. So they have to have a good rating. Okay. But I'm going to give it a 4 because it was really good. And there were moments of it that were like, but it was kind of more of like this sounds so terrible because it's so good, but it's a little bit more stale than book 8, and book 8 hit. So as far as I can tell now, book 4 and 8 are my favorites. Books 1 and 2, I think, are like my second tier, very close runner up. And then An Unexpected Peril is my least favorite. Or no, wait. Yeah, the blue one? Yeah. And then this one is probably second to the lowest, only because it's a little bit more stale. But like, again, it's so good. It's so good. Like, please read these. They're so freaking good. But I'm going to tell you a couple of the things that happened at the end that like quotes that I was like, this is why I love this series. When I tell you Stoker is a freaking poet, he is a laureate. He is a poet laureate. Oh my God. Veronica, Stoker said, his eyes brilliant in the low lamplight. I have known you in every possible way a man can know a woman. I understand you better than you will ever admit, because one cannot fully love what one does not fully comprehend. And believe me when I say, I love you entirely and comprehend you completely. For all of your delightful unpredictability, you were thoroughly consistent in always choosing the most outlandish, outrageous, unimaginable options in any given situation. And that is how I know you mean to take the place of the beauty in that casket. I love you entirely, and I comprehend you completely. Find you a man that can. Find you a man that can. I'm freaking deceased. Okay. Veronica, I mean that I have at last come to understand my role. It is not to discourage your exuberance or your audacity. How could I want to when those are the very qualities I admire most? If I have lectured or harangued in the past, it is because I am afraid. Every moment of every day, I am afraid. Afraid of what? I demanded. Of losing that which I have come to realize I cannot live without. But I do want a small and I do not want a small and stifled version of you. I want you in all your intrepid and audacious glory. I want you just as you are, the entirety of your chaos and your wildness. You are the whirlwind I did not know I needed, but now that you are here, I will not be the one to ask you to be anything different than exactly as you are. More than anyone, I ought to understand that nature cannot be denied, and your nature is tumult. I'm not that bad, I managed hoarsely. No, you are not bad at all. If I could have created, as Eliza Elliott, I don't remember how to say her last name, attempted to, a perfect woman, I could never have imagined you. But that is my failure, not yours. Why can this guy not exist in real life? Like, why? I don't understand. Oh my God. And he like goes to start crying because he thought she was going to die. His voice cracks. Oh my God, I'm deceased. That is so freaking cute. And then the last one was when she like, she has a headache and she goes and she curls up in his lap and puts her head on his chest so that she can hear his heartbeat. Also, see, this is me in my Delulu era. Like, don't pay attention to me. But there's a part where but he was merely stunned, giving a low moan and clapping his hand to his head, ruddy gore flowing through his fingers. Okay, I know I'm being delusional, but I have never heard the term ruddy gore except for Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. My favorite episode is called Ruddy Gore. And if you don't know, I think that TV series is this book series. Like they are carbon copied the same thing. And in my Delulu, I was like, it was just confirmed. It was just confirmed. It wasn't, but yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm sure not many people probably sat through this because this is the 9th book in a series and You're probably like, Katie, what are you doing? Like the 9th book and you're gonna do spoilers? Oh, okay. But if you have gotten this far, I truly appreciate you. And leave the tombstone emoji, which I'm pretty sure they have a tombstone emoji. If they don't, you can leave something of the like. But leave that down below if you've gotten this far. Thank you so much. If you want to follow me on Goodreads, Patreon, Instagram, any of the like, they are going to be linked down below. And I hope that you are all having an amazing day, evening, night, dusk, dawn, whatever it is you're having in whatever part of the world you are currently having it in. And I will see you in a video coming very soon. Bye.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest.